portals to our past, recognizing what others done for me. Superman, Wonder Woman, Iron Man, Spider-Man, The Flash. All of these figures since childhood have been an idea of what it is to be a true hero, doing actions to help those in need. But as one gets older, our idea of hero changed. Take a moment and think about someone you admire. Courage, intelligence, charisma, bravery, talented, selfless. There are certain qualities that define a hero, but anyone can be a hero, as there is always that one person that we seek for guidance, inspiration, and saved us from anything. For who we are as human beings to ignore the sufferings of others. The eyes will become useless when the mind is blind. Heroism lies within a person that rises to any occasion. For a strong person stand up for themselves, but as a stronger person, you stand up for others. In the presence of our hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. The life of Jose Rizal. On June 19, 1861, Jose Protasio Rizal Mercado y Alonso Rialunda, known as Pepe, was born in the town of Calamba in the province of Laguna, whose family or belonged to a distinguished family. He is the seventh among the 11 siblings. He is the child of Francisco Mercado Rizal, who is an industrious, wealthy farmer, landowner, and a trader, and Teodora Alonso y Quintos, who is a housewife and identified as his first teacher. His siblings include Saturnina, known as Neneng, who gave him a diamond ring before he went to Europe. Pasiano, who Rizal considered as his second father and who awakened his national consciousness. Narcisa, who can recite all the poem of Dr. Jose Rizal. Olympia, who served as a mediator between Jose Rizal's first love, Segunda Katimbak. Lucia is married to Mariano Herbosa of Calamba, Laguna. Maria was whom Jose talked about wanting to marry Josephine Bracken when the majority of the Rizal family was apparently not amenable of the idea of getting married. Concepcion. Concepcion's death is identified as Jose Rizal's first heartbreak. Josefa, known as Pingoy, joined the Katipunan after Rizal martyrdom but she died unmarried. Trinidad is the custodian of Jose Rizal's last and greatest poem, Mi Ultimo Adios. Soledad, known as Choleng, is a teacher. At the early age of 3, Rizal has already learned the English alphabet. At the age of 5, he could already read, write, and pray as his mother as his first teacher. There are influences brought by his 3 uncles, Uncle Jose, Uncle Manuel, and Uncle Gregorio, as well as his maestros, namely Maestro Celestino, Maestro Lucas, and Leon Monroy. Jose Rizal went to Biñan, Laguna in 1869 under the supervision of Maestro Justiniano Aquino Cruz. Rizal entered Ateneo Municipal, formerly known as Escuela Pia, in 1872 to 1877 with a degree of Bachelor in Arts awarded with highest honor. He then proceeded at the University of Santo Tomas. From 1877 to 1878, he studied cosmology, metaphysics, and human philosophy. Then, Rizal pursued his studies in medicine after learning about his mother's failing eyesight, and through Father Pablo Ramon's ways of encouragement, Rizal took the medicine. This is the start of Jose Rizal's trip abroad. He was only 20 years old when he sailed to Spain on May 3, 1882, boarded on the Spanish steamer Salvadora without informing his parents nor his lover Leonor Rivera for his intention. He first enrolled in University of Leipzig, Germany, and took up courses in Sinology and History in 1886 to 1887. On the year 1886 to 1887, Rizal enrolled in the University of Heidelberg, Germany, and took up ophthalmology. He next went to the Universidad Central de Madrid to study on his doctorate and licentiate in medicine in 1884 to 1885, and also took up licentiate in philosophy and letters with a rating of sobresaliente. Jose Rizal lived in Europe for almost 10 years, and it is here where he began to write his novels. Noli Me Tangere or Touch Me Not, through the help of his friend Maximo Viola on publishing it, and El Filibusterismo or The Reign of Greed, through the help of Valentin Ventura to successfully publish it. The Noli Me Tangere is work that focuses on the dark side of the society under Spanish colonial rule. Doña Victorina, a face of a social climber. Sufferings from the hands of the abusive friars, Sisa is the face of every Filipino who is devoted to one's family. On the other hand, on the El Filibusterismo, Jose Rizal wanted to defend Filipino people from foreign accusation of foolishness and lack of knowledge. Its theme is vengeance and failures. So Filipinos seeked for freedom that showed patriotism. Other Rizal's important works includes To the Filipino Youth, Goodbye to Leonor, To the Young Women of Malolos, Mi Ultimo Adios. Indeed, Jose Rizal is a brilliant individual who became proficient in 22 languages such as English, Filipino, Hebreo, Ilocano, Bisayan, Subanon, Chinese, Latin, Spanish, Greek, French, German, Arabic, Malay, Sanskrit, Dutch, Japanese, Catalan, Italian, Portuguese, Swedish, Russian. Despite of Jose Rizal being studious, there are 9 significant women that captivated his heart. They are Segunda Katigbak, Leonor Rivera, Leonor Valenzuela, Usaysan, Consuelo Ortega y Rey, Gertrude Beckett, Nellie Busted, Suzanne Jacobi, Josephine Bracken that later on became his wife. After all, Jose Rizal never forgot to contribute his ideas and knowledge to his fellow. He became part of the propaganda movement with other fellow Filipino who wanted reform. He is an editor of the propaganda movement's newspaper, La Solidaridad. He is also part of the Círculo Hispano-Filipino, which aimed at expressing about how the abusive Spanish government is. Upon his return to the Philippines, he formed the La Liga Filipina, which ultimately led to his exile in Dapitan, northern Mindanao. However, it did not serve as a hindrance for him to serve his purpose. While in Dapitan, he built schools, established water system, and thought about agriculture. Yet, Jose Rizal has been accused being associated with a secret militant society, kataas-taasan, kagalang-galangan, katipunan na mga anak ng bayan. On December 26, 1896, the court unanimously voted for a guilty verdict with the penalty of death before a firing squad. He bid his last farewell through writing his final letter entitled Mi Ultimo Adios. Before 7 on the morning of December 30, 1896, Dr. Jose Rizal walked from Fort Santiago to Bagong Bayan Field, now known as Luneta, with his black suit, black necktie, black hat, black shoes, and white vest. Who calmly walked from his prison cell on his right arm is a rosary. At 7 o'clock in the morning of December 30, 1896, at Bagong Bayan, a 35 years old genius who is an artist, businessman, educator, economist, farmer, sculptor, journalist, architect, musician, nationalist, novelist, ophthalmologist, and propagandist died, yet left with us a remarkable life lessons on one of his quotation. On this battlefield, man has no better weapon than his intelligence, no other force but his heart. Jose Rizal. If everyone is educated and is conscious to one's surroundings, all together, we can fight. We can bounce back stronger, even with only a pen as a weapon.